So as long as I can remember using coloring pencils, I've always used Prismacolors. I was introduced to them back in high school. In our class, we were required to buy these, and ever since I've just used them. However, that also means I have no experience using any other coloring pencils. So I got these pencils, these brands that I've never used before. Actually, I did use this because it came in the Jazza kit, but I didn't use it that much. I think I used 2 pencils. I thought it'd be kind of a neat experiment to try these pencils out using a coloring book. So I got this coloring book. Oh my gosh, it's by Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia. Ah, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I was looking through it and I found a pretty cool page that I thought I could use for the colored pencils. I thought it would be kind of a neat experiment to use a coloring page to show potential differences between the colored pencils, and I thought it would be beneficial for me to learn more about these pencils. I should tell you what pencils I have. Oh. The pencils I will be using: Artist Loft, Staedtler. I hope I'm saying that right, Staedtler. So I'm gonna just go with Staedtler. Correct me if I'm wrong. Master's Touch. And then the ColourBlend by Spectrum Noir.
Noir.
And I got this in the Jazza kit. These are the colored pencils I'm going to be using. They're all 24, but I will be honest, I did not use all 24. I tried to find colors that were similar to each other. Honestly, there's a lot of colors that are not similar to each other in these, as I found out. I learned a lot doing this coloring page, so hopefully you'll get something out of it. If not, that's okay too. That's okay. Let's get started.
I started out by dividing the coloring page into 4 equal parts. Well, equal-ish. And then I went to swatch some of the pencils. I didn't do them all. I was just trying to find similar colors for the page I was going to use. So this is me doing the Staedtler page, and these pencils were unremarkable. They weren't horrible or anything. They're decent, but definitely a difference there was a huge difference between these and the Prismacolors, which I was very used to. But they worked well. The blending wasn't too horrible, as you can see. Yeah, they worked like colored pencils, which I guess that's what you want in a colored pencil. You want it to work. As for the feel of them, the core was definitely grainier and harder than the Prismacolor pencils, which once again wasn't bad. And as you can see, the vibrancy, it's good. It's not bad. It's not as vibrant as Prismacolors, but the color still came through. So that was nice. Now it was time to try the Artist Loft. These were definitely harder, grainier than the Staedtlers. I did struggle a little bit using them. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like Crayola pencils, or maybe it was. I don't know. I haven't used Crayola pencils in a while. It was a little difficult to work with them. I think if you're not used to working with pencils like Prismacolor, it's not too horrible. And as you can see, the vibrancy was pretty similar to the Staedtler, so I did have to work at it to get it that vibrant. is Staedtler and Artist Loft side by side, so you kind of see the difference, but the difference isn't really that much, so that was pleasant. And now it was time to use Master's Touch, and I was honestly very impressed. The colors were vibrant. It went like butter. It just glided on the page. The blending was just so much fun. It really just was an overall very fun colored pencil to work with. I would say it was on par with Prismacolor, if not maybe a little better. Don't come at me. It was really just so fun to work with these. ColourBlend was another wonderful colored pencil. It was very similar to Master's Touch, although I felt it was maybe a little harder and greenier, but not by much. Colors were still vibrant. You could still blend very well with them. Some of the colors were even a little bit more vibrant than the Master's Touch. I think at that point, it's really the feel. If you want a more creamier colored pencil, I would go with Master's Touch. With the ColourBlend, it was a little bit greenier, but I do feel the colors were more vibrant. So at that point, I think it's just how you want the pencil to feel, not really about quality. So this is the final drawing.
So now that you've seen the whole process, you have my input, Here is the page. I think it turned out really neat. And I mostly had fun with this. It did get a little tedious, redundant. I mean, it was to be expected. I wanted to do a page that would be mostly symmetrical in these 4 areas, just so the colors would be more evenly dispersed, but it got boring after a while. There are pros and cons to all of the pencils, but I wasn't crying over any of them, so I think that's a good sign. So I call that a win. I call that a win, that I wasn't crying over them. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and subscribe. Smash, hit, abuse the buttons. Do things to the buttons. Why do they say smash that like button? That seems very violent. Do we really want to be violent? I don't want to be violent. I don't want to encourage violence. No. So maybe don't abuse the subscribe and the like button, but you can gently caress it with its consent. I'm done now.